2011 here, how's it different from the other?
From this, the
yearly releases,
so it's going to vary. Okay. So that's the 2011. So they're going to, do it every year, every other year.
Gotcha.
Let's do Bere barley. Okay. So barley is something that's really important to the Bruichladdich family. As I've kind of stressed, I'm sure you're sick of me saying that word. So we work with about 17 local farmers on the island of Islay. And one thing that they quit growing during World War II was Bere barley. So typical barley is a two strand. So if you just what you would normally see what barley is. So this Bere barley, which is what y'all are about to drink, it's a 6-row barley. So it's a really coarse, thick piece of barley. And they quit growing that because it was looked down on as not a good barley, it was cheap back in the day, but it's native to Islay. So Bruichladdich is so into, instilling everything that is native to the island and using everything that is truly local, that they started regrowing Bere barley with the 17 farmers that we work with. So they rotate crops, and the Bere barley really absorbs that sea air much more than the Islay. So it's just constantly getting beaten down by that sea, and so it absorbs a lot more of that flavor. And I believe this guy's 50 ABV as well.
Is there a difference in the flavor from the Bere barley?
Yeah, I think so. When you taste it, you'll definitely see a flavor difference. I think that the Bere barley is much more intense. I think the Islay barley is maybe a little bit easier drinking, but I think that there's definitely a flavor profile that's a little bit different. You're getting a little bit more salt on this guy, and a heartier flavor. Another reason why people don't like to use the Bere barley is because of the headache it creates whenever they're actually stripping down the barley. It's so heavy and dense that it often breaks their equipment. And all of our equipment's Victorian era, so run off of steam and belts, and there's not one computer in the distillery, which is kind of wild. And so it just, we've had a lot of headaches with the Bere barley, making it, but Adam Hannett, our master distiller, just believes in, really creating that homage to, Islay barley. And this has won a lot of awards, and I think that people are really getting on the Bere barley train since we've started distilling with it.
This is the same master distiller that worked in the shop.
Yes.
Very cool.
Uh-huh.
How long has he been with Bruichladdich?
He's been with Bruichladdich, 15 years. But he just, yeah, for sure. Because Jim McEwen was, he's a very famous distiller. He's kind of a god in this, he's a god in the Scotch world, and he was our master distiller for forever, basically, Yeah, for sure. And he trained Adam whenever Adam really took a keen liking to, distilling and the whole process. But yeah, so they really believe in the Bere barley.
Is that also a 6-year?
This guy, no, this is a 2008. And this got also 50 ABV, 50%. It's aged 10 years.
10 years, cool.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely hotter.
For sure.
But it starts really light and then it hits you on the back end.
Yeah, for sure. It just kind of shows you what a difference barley can make, and it's both of them are grown in the same area, but having that extra few strands of barley just totally changes the profile.
Would you pair this also with seafood?
Yeah, I would probably pair all of ours with seafood, except for maybe the Octomores. The Octomores, That might need something a little heavier.
Besides seafood, would you recommend because the whiskey, like anything like a brisket or a barbecue or anything like that, or would that be too much of a flash?
To me, I think that like whenever I get into the peated stuff, because all this is unpeated.
Right.
When I get into the peated stuff, pairing it with like a brisket or something like that, especially in Texas, like yes, absolutely, kind of goes hand in hand. But for these, I think that like oysters or any shellfish, just awesome. Mussels. They did oyster shooters for us, and they just like doused them in Bruichladdich, and they were amazing. Yeah, that was pretty delicious. Do you have any questions about the Bere barley?
So, what is it? Besides how porous and how much thicker it is, how else does it differ from other Isla barley?
That's really it. It's just a much heavier roast of the thicker barley. And since it is so dense, it just absorbs so much of the natural elements, and that's where you're getting all the flavor profile change.
But they also grow in the same farm.
They do.
Different years.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel that the Bere barley has more caramel notes.
Yeah.
Where does it get the caramel from? Is it from
Aging.
aging?
Yes. So I'm glad you asked that, because Bruichladdich does not, there's no chill filter for any of our products. We do not add any E150. So every color that you're seeing and every caramel note that you're tasting is coming directly from the barrels. So we're really against additives, and Bruichladdich wants everything that we do to be as crystal clear as possible. So some distilleries, you can go and you can't take a photo here, or you can't ask this. Bruichladdich, that's not the case. We are very pro, whatever you want to know, you want to take a picture of our books, you want to, you can find out, which is nice. Yes. Yes. No, ex-bourbon casks. Yep.
Any sherry casks?
Not yet. Not yet. Good question.